is a trans world, but it wouldn't mean nothing, without a binary boy or girl. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit like, share my videos, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, make sure that your notifications are on and they're set to all. Now, let's get into this. But first, quick commercial break. Friends, big danger is all around us these days. And to survive, you need to be prepared and self-reliant. And that is why I recommend you getting yourself some cryptocurrency, some land, some gold, but especially a proper stockpile of emergency food. And it's easier than you think. Go to preparewithkevinscorner.com right now and you'll save $50 and get free shipping on a generous 4-week supply of emergency food from My Patriot Supply. They're the largest preparedness company in America, and they have served millions of people who are prepared for what's coming. And dig this food stays fresh up to 25 years and it'll be there when you need it. So do yourself a favor and go to preparewithkevinscorner.com. You'll save $50 and get free shipping on a 4-week emergency food kit, which gives you breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks totaling over 2,000 calories a day. So when things get ugly, you'll be glad that you have this food kit. Don't get caught unprepared. Go to preparewithkevinscorner.com right now. That is preparewithkevinscorner.com. Now, let's get to this video. What's going on, America? Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. Got some more nonsense that's real hard, man. Real hard to make sense out of, y'all. Okay, because as I always say, human beings been around for a while, but we can no longer judge the Dark Ages. We can no longer judge the Salem witch trials. We can no longer judge all of those crazy, kooky things that they used to believe in back in the day. I mean, these folks was off the chain. Some of those civilizations, you like, what were y'all thinking? But one thing I can tell you is those civilizations were not struggling with this, I guess, new modern day dilemma of what defines a man versus a woman. Yes, this age-old confirmation of boys and girls is now up in the wind. And so we got a video here, a couple clips that all I can do, y'all, is just say, just watch the clip and you'll know what I mean. And we'll talk about it after, y'all. Brace yourself for what's about to come.
Admiral Rachel Levine is a groundbreaking leader, public health champion, and an advocate.
You are losing the son or daughter that you thought. Now you're gaining a son or daughter.
My definition of courage.
If you don't give them hormones, they're going to get street hormones.
I hope
I have 2 words for the woman of the year: stunning and brave.
that my appointment sort of provides that opportunity.
So what if you're going through the wrong puberty? The appropriate time, send them through the puberty consistent with their gender identity. There's a lot of mental health issues.
Truly my honor.
There are genital surgery regimens. There's breast surgery regimens.
It's more important than ever to discuss the woman of the year. Dr. Rachel Levine epitomizes 2022 when the best swimmers are trans women, and the woman of the year is a trans woman who transitioned 10 years ago. Now this does choke me up to say Dr. Rachel Levine, the woman of the year. Stunning and brave is all I can say.
Anywhere between 14 and 16 years of age to start slowly cross-gender. There is no particular overlap between sexual orientation and gender identities. The first phase at the young adolescent age is to give what are called a pubertal blocker.
Last year, Rachel made history, becoming the first openly transgender 4-star officer across uniformed services.
To serve as the Assistant Secretary for Health, no matter who you love, no matter who you are, no matter what your gender identity, sexual orientation, or anything else, is that other women that are part of the LGBTQI+ community have the opportunity to follow their dreams and to maybe go beyond what they might have expected. My definition of courage would be to be true to yourself and to be true to who you are.
So you might accelerate this if you're seeing street kids. So the academic protocol,
Don't worry that the kid's homeless, but instead let's focus on getting their hormones right. Let's not focus on mental health problems or the obvious homelessness. Let's focus on how we can transition them at 16 versus the actual problem here. But again, stunning and brave.
Shared with you, but in practice, if you're seeing street youth, whether it's Philly or New York or LA or Boston or Washington, then you might have to accelerate this somewhat so that the young people
You may have to accelerate this. So if they're homeless on the street with a mental illness and a drug problem, let's accelerate the hormone blocker so at least we've got one thing accomplished in our mission here. Let's not figure out the bigger problem of why are they homeless, what mental illness do they have. No. Let's figure out how we can give them hormone blockers and accelerate the process.
Validated and are getting care consistent with their pace and their path, so they don't go to the street. There are male to female regimens. There are female to male regimens.
So the Woman of the Year, the Assistant Surgeon General, who was trained as a pediatrician, not as an endocrinologist, not as someone who studied giving testosterone in large amounts to females, but instead Dr. Levine is giving us her journey. It's personal. Is it about the patient or is it about Dr. Levine's journey?
And it's exactly what it is. It's about her journey. It's about all of those folks who've wanted to live an alternative lifestyle and might have felt insecure about it, might have gotten mocked or their parents disagreed and all that stuff. So they say, you know what, let us, work our way up the ladder, get into a position to where we could bully everybody else into accepting this, okay? To where we could legislate all this and then hide our personal issue under the umbrella of civil rights. That's right, equality and things like that. See, I hide that under the umbrella of nonsense, craziness, narcissism, things like that. So here we have someone who is supposed to be a surgeon general and believes in science and things like that, but yet her approach towards her lifestyle totally contradicts science. Now, if you can't start with the basic fundamental of what is the difference between men and women, I can't believe anything else you got to tell me. That's one of those things I don't need a PhD to know. All I got to do is look at the apple stem. Hey, this one came off the conveyor belt and it has an apple stem. This one doesn't. Let's throw this little kid right here in the box of boys and this one in the box of girls. Very simple. Kids can even identify that. So you throw, by the time you're 2 or 3, you throw a couple dolls on the ground and you have one dressed up like a girl, one dressed up like a little boy, and the girl will gravitate towards the female doll, the boy will gravitate towards the boy doll. Now, why is it that every species can recognize this, but now the most smartest species seems to no longer be able to define it? And yet, they have nominated this person to be the Woman of the Year. Now, if this isn't a slap in the face of all the progress women have made down throughout the years, then good grief. You're telling me you're going to let men co-opt almost everything. The same people who say women's rights, women, you know what, girl power. Now it's girl guy power. Now it's, okay, we can't even say girl power anymore because we might offend some guy girls. So once again, society have put men back into the position of being able to dominate them as long as those men say they're women. And the feminists ain't got no problem with this. Regular women ain't got no problem with this. This woman took somebody's position. She did not win Woman of the Year because she's great at her job. I don't know one thing she's done since she's been on the job. She won that, and I keep saying he won that because he is pretending to be a she, and it fits this whole progressive movement because who can we highlight to put up front to shove down the throats of citizens, to shove this person's particular lifestyle down the throat of citizens? Let's go find the most alternative lifestyle people, put them in my cabinet, mainstream them, give them powerful positions so that they can muscle folks into embracing it. So I need a Pete Buttigieg with that fake boob feeding that baby right there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's go get this man and stick him out there and say, look, everyone, look, kids, look at all this. See, now take it and like it. And you better not be sitting there in that audience listening to him and have your nose curled up. But you don't like it? Are you a transphobe? No. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, if you're an honest person, this woman would get up there, woman, would get up there and say, hey, look, I'm going to be messing around with young adults' genes and all of that mess and giving them hormone blockers and stuff. No. See, I'm choosing to live my life like a woman, but I want everyone to know I'm not a woman. Okay, this is just my personal choice. But now, when you start saying that, no, it's no longer a personal choice. This is greater than me. This is settled science. And you come up with some pseudoscience to try to explain all of this and conflate the issues and confuse people by, now there's gender, then there's sex. Now sex usually is determined, then who knows what the gender, it's a construct. All of that garbage right there, you can throw it out the window. What I see is people trying to muddy the waters concerning morality, concerning things that are scientific and are settled science, and also their own personal decisions and plight that they're trying to make it seem like you all should take this on. We don't want you to just simply say, you guys are making this choice to live that lifestyle, and hey, you do you. It's no longer good enough. What we're going to do is we're going to say, this is greater than us, therefore it should be greater than your biases, your opinions, your religious beliefs. And if you don't like it, you're discriminating against us. And yet this woman is taking some other woman's place to be Woman of the Year. You don't deserve that. Same thing with the swimmer. All of these records that's being broke by men have set women back for ages. Thanks, Democrats, because if it wasn't for the Democrat Party and a whole bunch of elitists supporting this garbage, they would not be in this position. But here you go. So that's our Woman Man of the Year. How do you like that? Well, I don't. Now, God bless y'all. God bless America. See you next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care. God bless y'all. God bless America. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share my videos. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. And please check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, please click on the link below this video. Put Kevin in a promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. If you'd like to donate to Kevin's Corner, feel free. The links are below this video. If you want to be a part of my $2 a month club, also feel free to do that. All it entails is you simply dropping $2 a month into one of those links below the video. Or if you want, you can drop a nice big fat lump sum in there to offset the stuff that we know goes on with big tech. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure that you are still subscribed. And finally, set your notification button to all, because YouTube is playing games, y'all. Now, God bless you. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.